Okay, I have finished scissoring off the back. So now none of the sawed edges show anymore. Okay, now from here on out, I just try to thin it a little where there's like a thick spot there. I have trouble with the tips because it's so easy to break them. I don't seem to be able to get a grip on them. But you know, as I practice, that'll come. And once I put a little more point on this, would it stick in a deer or something if you were out hunting? Yeah, it would. It's sharp enough. Now you can get it a lot sharper. And there are people who are really good at sharpening these points. Right now, I'm just trying to make them. And I'll worry about trying to get them nice and sharp later. So right now, I'm just going to continue and see if I can kind of get the point a little thinner on this without breaking it. And that's working okay. The big thing for me at this point is to be really careful not to work the middle too much and get it broken. I hate it when it sounds crunchy like that. That's not a good sign. Probably means what I should do is abrade just a little, because you really don't want the edge to crush. So I'll do that on both sides. I'll do it on the back. And then I'll try to make some notches in it, and we'll call it done, okay? So, okay, I'm going to finish going down this side as I started. Got kind of a chunk out right there, so I'm going to try to not take anything off there. And I'm not pushing in across nearly so much now, just a little bit. Because my tendency is want to push way in across there, and I do, so even when I'm trying not to, I do some. Let's see. Now, the experts could tell me what more I need to do with this, but these are kind of flakes are stopping right about there, which is not really good, so I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to go over to this side, and you can see it looks much thicker. Let's see if we can get it a little thinner. Didn't get anything to come off that time. Let me try something else. Try it from this side. I forget to look and see if it's in the camera. Lens range. Okay, I got a little one there. That's good. Try to get another little one there. One there. One there. Still a little thick along in there, but you know, we'll just keep going and see what happens. Getting there. I'm going to do a little on this side. Sometimes the way the light hits it, it's easier once you flip it over to actually see what you need to be doing. Yeah, then sometimes you can't. I don't have it entirely even there. I need to take some off right there. I think I'm just going to kind of put it against the pad here and see if I can do it that way. mean, it just takes just the tiniest little bit of pressure to do this. A little bit straighter, not quite enough. I think I'm going to sharpen this just a little bit. I think that's better. Okay. Oh, that's better. You're about at the point where you have to pretty much look at it after every chip. You know, I mentioned that I'm a sculptor. Well, I learned a long time ago that when you're working on a sculpture, you have to be really careful not to get too attached to it while you're working on it, because one slip and you're going to be starting over anyway. And it's the same way with this. Don't get too attached to that point until it's sitting in a case somewhere or attached to an arrow or something, because one slip and it's broken in half, and there you go, that beautiful piece that you spent all this time working on ended up just being practice. Okay, now that's not perfect, but it's not bad. It is an arrowhead. Now I'm going to see if I can, a lot of people kind of use sort of a punch. I don't know very much yet about this whole notching thing. I kind of start it this way, but we'll see where it goes from there. I know you're supposed to get a really good conchoidal fracture going in here. We'll see. And like I said, most people use a punch, and I can't use this for long because it'll be too wide. Uh-oh. Broke off the corner. I'm going to break off this other corner to match, okay? Sort of. Well, we can see what shape it's going to be now. And this is why I say, don't get too attached to them. You have no idea where things are going. When I look at it from one side, it looks like I should do that side. When I look at it from the other side, it looks like I should do the other side. And you notice I'm not doing it over the hole now. I'm just kind of barely cocking it up, because I'm not trying to run a flake really far. I'm just trying to make a notch. And I probably should have a little diamond file over here. I probably have one somewhere. To kind of abrade in there as we go, because you have to abrade here too, even though you can't get a stone in there. So we're getting there, a little bit at a time. Watching concrete set. Pretty ragged looking. But close. Got a little corner knocked off right there. I guess I can knock this little corner off to match carefully. Close. But, you know, there it is. I'm a beginner, but there is an arrowhead. They say that when you first start flint knapping, your points look more like original paleo points. Then after you've been knapping a couple of years, then they're so sleek and slick and perfect, and all these perfect little scars across them, little flake scars, are so perfect that nobody mistakes them for original points anymore. So probably our ancestors here hunting in the woods of East Tennessee, the Creek and the Cherokee, they were probably using points at shooting deer with points that didn't look really any better than that. Now, mind you, not entirely satisfactory. I'll keep working on it. I really want to get good at it. But there it is, a pretty little, it's my first mahogany obsidian point. Not bad, it's okay. Listen, thank you for your patience in sitting and watching this. And as I always say, come back and visit us again here in East Tennessee. You made it through this entire series of me making an arrowhead, starting out with showing you a bunch of rocks and showing you my tools and, you know, things like that. So we'll do some more. Thank you so much. As always, it is such a pleasure to see all of you here. So thank you for joining me today, and hope you enjoyed the videos. Bye-bye.